Hello everybody, welcome back. C-Fix Series time.
Is 55 miles
California Speedway, going out for qualifying.
Okay, Jake.
Gonna see what we can do with this. Not feeling super confident. I've always kind of struggled with the trucks at the high momentum tracks. I think Michigan I kind of struggled. I feel like I tried to run this last time it was here. But I could be wrong, could have been somewhere else. So we'll see what we can do. Decent strength of field for time slot it is. I always feel like my second lap's a little bit faster than my first lap, so we're gonna try to get some momentum going. See what we can make out of lap 2. Just kind of come down part way down. It's looking like we'll just have enough time to get both laps in. See, my all-time optimal is not very good. Need to be in 40.8 to have any shot at starting towards the front. So we'll throw this lap away. Try to make it work. High side off the fork carries much momentum, and then go after it on lap 2. Curious to see how this car works in traffic as well with the dirty air. See how close we can get to a 40.8 or 40.9. Trying to keep as much momentum up without sliding the truck at all. A little bit of a bad exit there out of turn 2. Decent 3 and 4. I don't know if I'm going to get to a 40, but it could be a low 41. Yep, 41.05. And it only picks us up to 10th. So,
that's the end of the session.
We'll deal with it. You can see I was about 2/10 off the leaders. Top 3 were in the 8s, and you had another 4 in the 9s. Pretty close. Looks like there's a good pack of 5 of us all. So we'll see how it goes. I would assume 5-7 probably will be pretty quick. I think I've raced with Brian before in short track maybe. But completely forgot to change the steering ratio. I'd been doing that in practice. So 12 is default. We're going to go to 16 just to try to help not scrub the tires so much. On the corners, also grab the paint schemes, get those refreshed before we get in. Majority of them start to load up, and then we'll jump into the truck, see what we can do. Looks like they're starting to get there. So we'll take a jump in. Get Greta up on the outside. 30 laps. Pole session, best lap. Not sure about the tire strategy. Hopefully we can just go green and not have to worry about that, but kind of see what happens. Give or take when the caution comes out. If it does, we'll go from there.
Let's go. Waiting on you. Hey, it's in the middle of the afternoon. What's the name for him? But it's really my nap time, but I'm gonna wait till after this.
Chat's getting a little rowdy already.
10th position, 30 laps. Follow car number 09.
Get ready to roll off here.
Good luck, guys.
And like I said, we'll just try to do what I can. Just try to keep the truck as clean as possible.
Please don't die.
Really, I'm gonna probably tiptoe it through lap 1 just to make sure I know what it's gonna do around dirty air. I mean, being on the outside, shouldn't suck the air off the
Okay.
spoiler quite as much
I'll
as
give
being
you
on the
before we
inside
get
of somebody.
back to
That's
the
where I
okay.
usually tend to have the most issues if I'm not fully aware that what's going to happen. I didn't really get to practice around somebody in terms of, you know, being side by
Gotcha,
side with them on the
boy.
inside through the corners, so
Hello, Wade.
just try to keep it as clean as I can that way. And yeah, let's just try to, I'm just trying to try to put myself in a good position to keep a clean race going. Really, I'm not expected to finish very well. So, you know, if I can get top 10, I'll be happy with that. Even, you know, even if I fly back to like 12th or 13th, I'd be not the most upset with that, but we'll try to make it as good as I can, try to call the truck numbers out as close as I can to both the relative and whatnot. Second gear start for sure. Ready to roll
Okay,
here.
Jake, be ready.
Leaders off and rolling. We are going green. 30 laps. Just gonna stay here on the outside. Looks like we got a little bit of a better start than the 22. Got the 11 coming up behind us. 22 still on the inside. Follow behind the 9 on the outside. There's a little bit of that loose, so be careful. 11's tucking up behind us. 4 also to the inside, not clear of him yet. He's going to dive to the inside, so he's trying to take a little bit of later apex, but 4 wants to get on by. 11's going to try to get by us as well. You see him diving to the inside. 20. I think that's the 20 coming up behind. He's still there. Keep digging. He's going to be looking to the bottom, so mine's the one hanging out on the outside. Just going to see if we can fall in behind the 11 in front of the... It's actually the 17, sorry. 20's on the outside.
Coming up on here.
He's going to try to work the outside, get some momentum.
I was out there.
See if we can use the 11 as a pick on the 20. The 17, excuse me.
Still there.
No, it is the 20. I'm all kinds of jacked up.
Car ahead is Swiker.
Just working here on the inside, kind of feeling the car, truck out. See everybody going all the way to the bottom. Falling back a little bit, but hopefully some of these guys that are pushing harder are going to be hurting their tires later on if we stay green and we can pick up some spots that way. Fine line between trying to push hard, keep the momentum up, just going to cause you to wear out the tires and then falling back half the race. He's getting us on the outside. Kind of paying attention to the lap times, just trying to settle in. Obviously we're going to the back, so no big deal early on. Overdrove turn 1 there a little bit. Three wide here on the backstretch. 9's kind of all over the place. It's the 20 to the outside, the 11 to the inside clears him. 9's kind of falling back a little bit. Got the 5 coming up behind us. Figured he'd be flying up through the field.
The last lap time was at 41.20.
Lift off a little bit more. I work the middle of that first seam. 8's going to look to the inside of the 9. See if we get to the inside of the 9 here off of turn 4. Get a little loose. It's going to hurt the momentum a bit. Allows the 9 to stay in front of us. 5, I think, is probably getting a bit worried with me, so he drops back a little bit. He's got the 10 behind him. Not tapping the brakes yet, just lifting off a little bit earlier, all the way out of the throttle to try to help it. 9's gonna get the run there on the outside, coming off the corner. We're working on him. he's staying pretty tightly packed with the draft. A little too much rotation there again off of 4. Don't want to lose the draft, but don't want to kill my tires either. I looked like he drove in a little bit deeper, stayed off of us. I don't think he was expecting me to lift out quite as much as I did. He's going to dive to the bottom to get around us. No reason to hold him up. Guys are much, much better at these than I am. So I'm trying to run them a little bit more to improve. It's kind of like ARCA, but it's not like ARCA. Sit behind the 5, try to learn from him.
The lap time was 41.65. And you're ready.
Let's work a little bit higher that time in the corner.
Consistent. He's still in. They're outside.
15 was trying to work by us on the outside. He's going to cut to the bottom.
He's still there. Keep digging.
Really must not be pushing the truck hard enough.
Still there.
Everybody going by us.
Clear low.
So the only thing I can hope for is that all this battling is going to kill tires.
P50. You've just done 41.79.
15's really driving in pretty deep. It's 23 on his truck. Like I said, hopefully that means they'll wear out tires, but the fact that the 5's still continuing to push forward kind of has me a bit worried that you can push a lot harder than what I'm doing. Especially when I do that and send the truck all the way up the track. He's going to be working to our inside.
Still there. Still there.
Just work the outside here with him. Try to get the run off the corner.
Inside clear.
Almost looked like some contact with the wall. 5 maybe. 9's in the wall. He's kind of all over. 16's slow behind him. Get to the inside. By them if we're able to. Goes to the bottom. I get way too loose there off of 4. 17's going to get the run on the outside. We got the 10 coming up behind us. There's the 8 on the truck. He's going to go by on the outside. Stepped on the throttle too hard there.
16, you've just done it. 42.10.
17 is the 52 on the truck.
Keep it steady, still there.
I'm just not driving real good right now. Some scary racing up ahead. Be a wreck. 17 and the 10 are kind of cutting aggressively below the 16. The contact slide, not sure if that was the 9 up ahead. 10 almost gets into us. Comes out of 4. Clear him. There's the 19 who I know is aggressive. Yeah, I just not aggressive enough in these. Clearly. And the lift there for the 19 pushing up. He was running on the inside of the 15. Drop it behind 19. See, he gets a little loose there off of 4, kind of like I did. Work to his inside here down the front stretch. Probably not the spot to be.
16th place. That lap time was 42.32.
Apparently 18th is going to be harder to finish than I thought.
He's still there.
Just stay to the inside of the 19, keep off of him. He's going to get the run. Can't take that run in front of the 10. Stupid, he bumps us just a little bit in the right rear. No big deal. Losing a lot of time to the pack, but it's still fairly tight, so if we try to catch up, won't be in terrible shape. It's just these runs are so hard to manage on the bottom, but hard to give it up.
Still there. Keep it together, hold your line. 17th place. Still there. Still there. That's good consistency, keep it up. He's still there. Still there.
Almost 3 wide there off of turn 2.
He's still there. Clear high. Far inside, keep
Follow
high.
the 10 to the outside, work by
Keep it steady, still there.
19. Try to move back to front. Or I should say like top half.
Still there.
19's gonna keep us towards the top side. We've also got the 7,
He's still there. Keep
21, excuse me, behind.
hold your line. Royce is now ready. Still there.
Overtrove the entry there in the
Hold your
1.
line. Keep it together. Hold your line. Still there.
Trying to
Get
keep
it
the
together.
momentum up,
Clear
get the
high.
run to clear the 19. You know, ripping the top's gonna hurt the right side tires.
Clear low. You got one on the inside. 3 wide. You're on the outside. He's still there.
21 went to the bottom,
He's still there.
underneath the 19.
Still there.
I get the wall there, that's gonna kill our race. And we're going to the back, we got one truck in the grass.
They're on the inside.
Yep, that was my fault, should have just backed out but pushed it.
Okay, Jake. That's half distance.
7's hurt,
B20.
excuse me, the 3's hurt, he was in the grass. This truck's beat up now.
Driver in front of us is. On your
He
right.
cuts way in front of us, cut way underneath him.
He's still there.
Probably cut down the track a bit.
Still there. He's still there. He's still there. Keep digging.
7 also is looking like he's a bit slow up ahead.
Still there.
So it looks like I'm going to finish in the back.
Still there.
Just never had the pace and
He's still there.
myself in a bad spot.
Keep it steady. Still there. Still there. 19.
And with how wide open this is, Arrow, you cannot
still
really
there.
afford any damage.
there.
Truck really doesn't want to turn in now.
Clear high.
Alright, well, looks like 20th place finish. Try to see if we can outlast anybody. See if anybody makes a mistake, goes for a slide. I just get a little loose there off of 4. Field's starting to spread out a bit more. Really should be probably staying in the draft.
20th place.
Truck just does not like to turn in. Well, I feel like we got the potential to be faster than the 3 and the 5, so get us to where we're supposed to finish. But I'm feeling like everything I did in the late model race, rating wise, will be gone. But we'll keep grinding. 12 to go this time by. I cannot get a run off the corner. 3 and the 5 are going through some aggressive battles right now.
6-5.
Potentially catch up. 19 kind of seems a bit all over. Trying to get the 5 on the outside. He throws a block.
He's still
Wall there, trying to control it.
Clear low.
Not sure what his problem is. Didn't think he would be this all over. 19 way to the outside. Might get loose there off the corner. Try to get underneath him.
Still there. He's still there. Clear.
For the 5, so at least it's 19th. Lost a lot of time to the 7 up ahead, but trying to set our sights. Get another spot. At least finish where we're supposed to. 10 to go this time by. to get back on the throttle, but keep the truck from sliding. No problems with the 5, he's falling back. We're a good bit back from the 3. Not a ton of laps to try to close up. My guy's going to the top side. We're going to keep hanging to the bottom. Just try to see if I can pick up anything. So we got a 10th on the 3, off of 2. Goes back to the bottom in 3 and 4. 19's still running the high side. Lost a 10th back that time through 3 and 4. Oh, it's looking like 19th now. Kind of just stuck here. Like I said, the truck just really does not want to turn in. Single filed out a good bit. A little bit of side-by-side up ahead, but for the most part now single file. Down to the bottom and then point it off the corner. I can't do that. Might try the top side now, just to see what we can gain. Took a 10th that time. Trying to run the middle groove here through 3 and 4, see if we can gain anything else off the corner. Just haven't got a little loose that time. Five's gonna be falling into the clutches of the 14 here relatively soon.
Looks like was at 42.82.
And hard to say. It's a little bit slower overall, but I could have also driven the top wrong. So if we gain another 10th on the 3, we're going to stay in the same spot. Back to the bottom here at the 3 and 4. Goes as well, a little bit of a later apex for him. Should help him carry a little more momentum off the corner. Just think the bottom's the way to go for me right now. I feel like I can drive it a little better. 6 to go.
E19.
We drove the entry there into 1. Little momentum lost off of 2. That was the 3 to pull away a little bit. Too much throttle there out of 4. We got one truck in the wall. Looks like that's going to be the 10. He's kind of all over the place trying to save it. We still stay green. 10 now gets the 19. Stays green so far. And there's the caution. So, yeah, I guess that was a really lucky break for me. Picked up 2 spots that I was not planning on getting.
This is all I quit back.
So it'll put us up to 17.
Next car's out. Line up single
Likely green-white checker.
We're under caution. It's closed.
That's super, super obvious.
Chat very angry.
Wait, did he say I did something?
No, the other Carson that just left.
Might come down and grab tires and some damage if I can. As soon as pit road opens up, if we can all tighten back up.
Trying to get you outside there, right?
I hate when people take too long to close up the gaps. There's no harm in getting damaged because there's not many trucks behind that are staying out. It's not like I'm gonna play a track position game and try to stay out on old tires. Like everybody's gonna come in and likely grab tires. It's just a matter of whether they grab 2 or 4.
Pits are open.
But we'll get ready to head down, grab 4 tires, full fuel, get the truck to be a little bit looser, and repair damage. See everybody heading on.
The leader,
Expected.
is pitting.
No, we're gonna be back to 18th, just because we're gonna fix the damage. But
Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
14 to our inside, made it on pit road just a little bit quicker than we did. Now taking advantage of the timing lines.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Alright, 21 seconds optional. Probably just take them all. We should be able to get them all in. Not go a lap down. Over to that relative just to be able to see more. And grab the rest of the damage. Hopefully it'll give me the best shot at trying to pick up any spots before the end of the race.
I can't believe I slid through my box.
Alright, we are
Take
all
2,
set.
Stevie.
Oh, catch back up to the
Both
field.
on 2, took 2. Oh boy.
Looks like it's telling us to get by the 17. Which will give us a spot that way. I think we should still be 18th. Take a look at how bad the tires were. 78, 85, yeah, definitely leaning on that right front a bit too much. That was also, along with the damage part of why I just did not want to turn in.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
We'll get extra laps here more than scheduled, which I guess nothing else, even if we don't gain much for I rating's sake. It'll
Okay,
help us
Jake,
with the
get ready
safety
to
rating
race
side,
with
a
the
few
end
extra
of this
laps, get some more corners, not any incidents. The inside of the 7, of the 13, outside up ahead. Well, we're 17. I think he should be to the outside. Let's see. A couple trucks that are damaged, 9's damaged. I don't know how much more I'm going to be affected. But 2 laps, it's just going to be chaos. It's just all there's going to be to do. Trying to get as much heat, the tires to have some grip out of it. No tire saving, it's going to be all out. People are going to be fanning everywhere, so just got to watch for the wrecks to happen, see if we can get by anybody, pick up free spots that way. Like I said, see if whatever I can get, I will be happy with. Any spots are going to make me happy. 17 and the 14 are both going to be 4 position behind as well. So, potential to lose spots, but we're going to do what we can. Just try to time this restart as best as possible. Remember, can't blast below before we cross the start-finish line. Jump start already.
Green flag, we're racing.
Off-rolling, weird start. 10's to the bottom. Oh, that's actually the 8, excuse me. 10 was the one spinning, 22's there.
P16, white flag.
Get by here on the outside, we'll see what the 8's gonna do. Gonna truck to the outside. Outside's gonna be the place to go for the momentum.
Keep it together, hold your line.
It gets loose, had the lift for him. Truck there, the wall. No idea what happened there. 13 gives us a shot. Just kind of drove back into the left. Gonna stay to the high side. This is where I'm just not aggressive enough. He's pushing up.
Still there.
Loose, you got one loose up ahead. Should be a spot that way.
3 wide, you're in the middle.
In, that was on me.
3 wide, you're on the outside.
13 goes by.
Inside line, you got 1. They're all out. P17, white flag.
17 went by. somehow still come out without a 4X. Not sure how. But truck's gonna be toast. One spinning off the bottom. It's a free spot there. I think we should be able to hold off the 12 despite how far off the pace the truck is now. So yeah, I look like an idiot not having control of the truck off of turn 4. Caused me problems, but I guess such is life. Another one spinning, that's the 9. Alright, so I think we finished 16th.
There's the checker flag.
Good winner.
Hopefully it won't
Think you guys
be
could
too
race?
bad. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Good race for the header there, Johnny.
Like I said, somehow still managed to save
Good
0x. Not quite sure how. Look at a couple things post race. Alright, let's take a look. I want to see what we got shuffled out, what it did
First
to
race
us.
I've been in, a green white checker actually went the full 2 left.
Alright, so let's look at it from this side. Actually, we'll go back here. So we got the 8 to our outside, which I think he was the 10 if I remember correctly. Going to the inside, you got the 5 up ahead, 19's down low. Gonna run here off the corner.
Yeah, Wade, you got
Alright,
door
that again. I don't know if I
bad.
door slammed him. Or I'll hit door slam him. Hanging here in relation to the seam. Kind of come up, and then he starts coming down. So I made a little bit of a move up off the seam just a little bit, but the 10 kind of came back down into us, which is the 8. Got us behind the 19. Tried to get to the run to the outside to get by the 19. We're going to see the 10, if I remember correctly. 19 gets loose a little bit there. Kind of everybody had been doing that. So we're going to get the run to the outside. Comes the 10 pushing up behind the 5, trying to get the draft. 5 throws the block there. I stick to the outside because I was trying to get by the 19. 19 seemed a bit loose, like he was overdriving it. Trying to give him room. 21 goes to the bottom. Hanging here on the outside, we're still clear. That's when I heard the 3 wide call, the 21 to the bottom, so start going back to the outside a little bit. Alright, there was the first wall tag. That's what hurt me initially. Really doesn't even look like all that bad of a wall tag, but definitely hurt me there. So let's see where we had the issue with the 5. Alright, let's take a look at this lap. So I was trying to follow behind the 3. The 3 seemed like he was faster than the 5. Let's see what happens here. Went to the bottom to try to get the run off the corner. 5 gets loose, so we're going to look to the outside. Okay, so I guess that wasn't as bad of a block by the 5 as I thought, because he corrects it, and he's going to start coming up the track, which I probably should have expected to come up a little bit higher, but he kind of chased it up, and right there was where I tied him to dodge him. We might have made a slight bit of contact, maybe net code. And I kind of just got the truck from my jolt to the right with the wheel. Just that little bit kind of sent it out wide and tagged it with the right rear. Right side, so, you know, not much there. We'll end up getting by him, so let's fast forward to green-white checker. Start gets all botched up. Working to the inside of the 9. 9 was slow. Got the 8 up ahead. I'm going to get loose here in the center of 1 and 2. Just kind of overdriving it. Well, not too bad. That was where the 8. 21 had to check up bad. Alright, so we had to lift for the 8, which allowed the... I think that's the 13 and the 22 behind us. If I remember correctly, 13 and 14, excuse me. So you can see how much they catch up. Just kind of working up the track, and the 14 just kind of tags us in the left rear. I mean, no harm, no foul, so can't really be too upset. Just, they didn't really cut underneath very well. And then, kind of pushes me up the track. I got loose while I was on the throttle, so tried to hold it, trying to correct it, and that was where I drifted up into the 17. That's just, you know, it's kind of the same deal as what I was looking at with the 5. Because the truck's loose, and I'm just trying to catch it, not overcorrect it. We ended up getting a little bit of net code with it. So really lucky that that was 0x. Hurt the right front more for me than it looked like it did to the left side of the 17. And we just fall back, so... only other one to look at, I guess, would be the deal with the 19 and the 10. Let's see if we can find where that happened. It's going to be this lap here, so let's watch the 10 up ahead. So he's trying to work to the outside, gets loose, trying to save it, just overcorrecting it, slams the wall, can't quite gather things straight, slides down, 19 just gets him, and he's still spinning, 19 gets him again, sends 19 around, so... when he's sliding all over the place, kind of all over, it's kind of hard to dodge. 19 probably should have just jumped way up high, but he was up and down the track all over, so you don't really know where you can go. So tough wreck that way. Let's take a look at the results, see how those went. Top split of 3, 36.51 strength feels decent that way. Just the one caution there at the end. A little bit of a safety rating game, 0.13. Probably don't have those 0x's, maybe gain a little bit more, but not terrible. Lost a little bit of I rating, 31.02 now. We had never had the pace. I just flat out never had the pace. I apparently just wasn't driving it aggressive enough for driving it the right way. Everybody went by, but felt like had I not had the contact with the wall, maybe I could have tried to draft my way back to the back of the pack. Maybe, you know, pick up like a 12th or 13th place finish where I wanted to be. But take the lumps with it. Again, you know, it's been a couple months, month and a half, something like that since I've run these. So can't expect a ton out of myself. Probably got qualified really where I should have been, but, you know, we'll take it, move on, and just lessons learned. Try to do what I can. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and finishes are good. Thanks for watching.